Right, I am back with another trending video. The video that might help you or might help me and many other people. Now, this is the story. You have you been in a situation that you are desperate for job? You are desperate to look for job. You are desperate like to grab any kind of job that you can't do without job. This is because the attitude people have shown you, the character people have shown you, being that you don't have job. So you just have to go and grab anything. You look around and grab because maybe it's your line of duty or it is not your line of it's your line of maybe what you pursue, or it's a line of what you learned maybe in your college or in your university or in your college, whichever school you went to. So you thought this is the time I need to have a job for me to keep my life pushing, to to sustain me in any other thing. So at my case, one day I was called for a job. And it find that when I was truly in need. So a friend and a relative gave me a call and told me there's a job, because I know she's a counselor, and I'm also a AIDS HIV counselor. I thought, why not? In fact, she's the one who also uh, introduces me into this field and motivated me to do that, partly of counseling department with HIV/AIDS. So at my free time, I went and did that as a course. So I thought this is just little courses that can help you sometimes when you're in need. So I quickly went to that place to report. So getting there, I was not actually going to be the department of HIV/AIDS, but I was going to be put under circumcision. I don't know how helpful, or I don't know how important of a circumcision in your area, maybe in your community. Not every people go circumcision. But why do people get circumcised? Of late, it is just like people are really getting circumcised in Kenya. The reason why people are getting circumcised under this, we mobilize young people, leave alone the old people. Okay, the old people are also welcome, and they always doing it as a massively. Those who know the high benefit of you being circumcised. So why we go mobilize people was like, I'm bringing you why we mobilize to, but that's another story. So the only thing that I did, I accepted the job to mobilize people for circumcision. But why do we circumcise people? We circumcise people because of the rate of HIV/AIDS can be limited, can be reduced. When you're circumcised, that skin, it's become like short. It doesn't part that, you know, the particles or whatever. So it reduces high risk of getting infected or getting affected by the patient with HIV. So as you grow, maybe it will help you a lot. So even if you meet with a person with whatever, you're not going to be affected as quick. It help you like reduce some percentage of not getting. Yeah, I never mind. I went ahead and just tried to bring children, mobilize children. Remember, it is a field and it is a village. So I was to walk. You can't mobilize when you're in a car or whatever, but it was individual with payment every month. But they pay per in they pay per they pay you per client. So you will try hard that in a week you can get 5 to 10. For you, at least you can get a least amount that is affordable. Sometimes you fail to get. People are not ready to get circumcised. People are not ready to bring their children to get circumcised. So you find that myself, I could walk distance and further, at least to get at least 5 or 4 or 3 maximum. So there's a day I was desperate in the middle of somewhere. I just found myself in that place. There was maize plantation, remember? The village, how African village is. There's another village up there. You will walk maybe distance to meet another village. There's river, there's lake. So this time it was a maize plantation. It was during the plantation season, right? So maize plantation, some people are sorghum, some people are plants, so several kinds of things. Call them, name them. So myself, there is a forest. Also, not a forest. You know how bush sometimes where it's not planted, or maybe there's maybe it was just maybe a farm left like that. So expect such kind of bushes where people go maybe fetch firewood. For those who use firewood, back home we use firewood, right? We don't lie. That is the kind of the meko, the kind of electricity we use to cook our food, and it is very yummy and delicious. Nothing very organic. So that's a story for another day. You know, I just went ahead. I've mobilized with my bag and water bottle and how do you call, and my folders in my bag. So I was walking, happily. My sisters, my brothers, at the middle of pointing, walking in this, you know, this path route in the maize plantation, or maybe in the middle of these small bushes. I was in between, walking. But do you know what? There was somebody was at my back. I didn't know. I noticed somebody's by far coming, but I knew that is just somebody who is minding his own business. Maybe he's going somewhere, he's going to market, he's going to check his farm, he's going blah blah. So I didn't mind. So myself, I was just walking, chasing, like I'm looking for village to village, move from village to village where I can find children, not female but male children to be circumcised, boys, children. Even we're not only dealing with the children, even the older people, or the elderly, or whatever, whichever, provided is a man, to be circumcised. So I went ahead. This man was still following me. This man was following. So I realized later there's this man who was after me. So I kept on because I had a flat official shoes and a very nice skirt. Not long, not short. And a official top. Of course, you know when you are at job, sometimes I used to go filled with trousers, but that day I had a skirt. So I was just walking. So this man, when it was now in a small path, the man could not walk. I start panicking. Why this man's chasing me? Or he's just minding his business. So when he was getting closer, and I was coming to me, the man was really literally coming to me. So I start running in the middle of this small path in the middle of maize plantation. So I'm running, this man is following me running. I'm running, breathing heavily, running. Then sudden I start shouting, but nobody was around. It was just farm, bush and everything. Nobody was around. So and you know, you are having your bag, you don't want to leave it. At the same time, I have to fold my skirt up. I just fold my skirt up. I was running. It's good that I had a flat shoe. So do you know what happened? This guy, I was tired now of running. He was nearly grabbing me. But thank God, when God wants to assist you, when God wants to help you, when God wants to stand by you, that this lady has been suffering. Why now this is happening? Devil wants to take over. Devil is coming for this girl. This is when there's a person saw me making noise, shouting. This man has already grabbed me. Then I say, why are you grabbing me? Do you know me? Why? What's wrong? But you see the thingy was thingy when you look at the trouser. So I was like, why this man is thingy is like very, very sharp in the trouser. So that came to my mind. I shouted, then there's a passerby just by distance. You saw. Then I shouted, help in my mother tongue, in my dialect. So the person really quickly look and come. No, it didn't come, but it really like, where's the noise coming from? So when he saw me shouting, help, he thought maybe I know the person first. He ignored because it didn't come immediately. So I keep on shouting. Then the person came. He was coming. But this person didn't run. He was just still there. He was coming. And he was wild. So he came. Then this man decided now he wants to run away. You're running away and you want to do, you want to rape me, you want to rape me, you want to rape me, you want to rape me. Why are you holding me by force? Why do you want to touch me by force? Why? So another person came. So there were two people. So I explained what happened. Then one man said, this man is not a good man. So I have to be very careful when I'm doing what it's called field work. I have to be very careful with some people. Not all people are like straight. So I said, okay, people are born with character. I have cried. I have cried. I've suffered. You've walked. You feel thirsty. You've drink water till you're tired. So I was to report back to the office also for lunch. Then I will go back maybe in the evening, another section also. So this boy, I didn't know. I told them just give me escort. He was a good guy. He escorted me up to a main road now where there's cars, the people. Then I just have to give this person like a token for helping my life. So when I got back to the office, people were like, what has happened? Then I explained. So we're like, hey, this is a risk job. Me, that's why I stopped doing this. This is a risk. Sometimes when it is raining, sometimes it is very bad. So blah, blah. But I say, I've got no choice. But did I continue with the job after I experienced that God has saved my life? I say maybe God has saved my life. God is opening for me my door. This is the time I went back. I packed my things. I get handover. I went back to my town. I say enough is enough. I waited for the money. At the end of the month, I was paid. They tried to convince us, hey, I'm not going and I'm not going anywhere. I'm not mobilizing anymore in village, even neither in town. Because in town, sometimes it's also tricky. Maybe at late hours, but daytime it can be far off. But you never know also in town whom you are landing to. But I never gave up. I say, this is the time Lord has saved me. I nearly got raped, but God has saved my life. This is the opening of the door. But truly, that was the opening of my door. The following month, I had some job in my hand. And I thank God for always working with people. God never forgets. So your life is not permanent. The condition maybe you are going through is not permanent. There's a day that God will walk with you. So just keep on praying and you will achieve what you want in life. Suffering is just by time. Suffering is just by a breakthrough in your life, right? Thank you and be blessed. Subscribe. Bye. I love you all. My people, my YouTubers, as are all the branch. I don't want to mention you all the time.